Hello, welcome back. This is the third video in our series. And thank you for joining me for the previous two videos where we've gone deep into the concept of the pattern interrupt and meditation, really awakening meditation in your life so you can take your life to the next level. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into some emotional healing aspects, which we haven't addressed before. So join me, put on your seatbelt, let's get ready, and let's get a little more emotionally free. If you're like me, your life is pretty stressful. We're all trying to be happy and calm on a consistent basis, but life is kooky and funny. Stress pours into us. We respond with anxiety. We struggle with decisions. Our relationships don't necessarily unfold as we'd like them to be. Even our health can sometimes suffer from headaches or stress or anxiety. Sometimes we even get the sense that something is missing, that there's something bigger in our life. But what if I told you that there's a way for you to connect to the calm, the clarity, the peace that truly exists in every moment, and for you to flow that out? It's a way for you to completely accept yourself without changing who you are. A way to essentially flow the most divine aspect of yourself. Where you can take your career to the next level, take your relationships to a higher level, and truly find love again. And this way is through mastering and cultivating this pattern interrupt known for thousands of years as meditation. And I want to teach you how to finally meditate, how to stick with it, and how you can really take your life to the next level. Now, a lot of people think of meditation as this massive commitment, or that it's for only highly spiritual people, or that it's for talking to angels. None of that is true. Meditation is beneficial to everyone. It's something the most highly successful business people on the planet use to stay on their game. I've taught these techniques to high-performance athletes, major performers, members of the military, and members of law enforcement. People who are working in that rat race every single day, and others who are stay-at-home caregivers. Wherever you find yourself in that high-stressed, high-pressure world, there's a technique, a practice that I can help you with to help you take your life to the next level, to live with greater grace and with greater ease. Now, meditation isn't just sitting in a dark corner with your eyes closed. It's really a pattern interrupt, a break in the action, a breath that your mind can take. And I'm not just a meditation teacher. I'm a master at teaching the power of the pattern interrupt. Now, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite easy pattern interrupts, those breaks in the action. And you can do it anytime. I call it the soda technique. Now, here's how it works. Most of us, you and me, we have a button that somebody can push, and when they push that button, we typically react in an expression or in a way that's not really our best version. Sometimes they push our button and we scorch the village. We strike out, we get aggressive, we bark. Other times they push our button and we just shut down, we withdraw. Neither of these truly are the best expression of who we are. But we can sometimes bounce between these responses. So I want to teach you this technique that has allowed me, instead of scorching the village, or saying something I would regret, or doing something I wish I could take back, instead, I actually express myself in a way that doesn't add fuel to the fire, but actually allows me to even rise above it, to truly take my life to the next level. I designed this technique because I found myself not truly expressing myself in my best version, and I knew there was a better way. Now, we all know that when someone pushes our button, it's really chemicals and hormones that hijack us and then force us to fight, flight, either bark or shut down, where we say, talk to the hand, just go. And so I developed this technique to allow me just a couple of moments of breathing space to truly create a pattern interrupt into what was coming into me and what I'd like to flow out. Because I believe if we have just a breath, just a few seconds, before we respond to someone poking us or pushing us or criticizing us or nagging us, then we might actually, instead of unfolding not our best version, we might actually respond with our best version rather than react. So here's how it works. The moment someone pushes your button, you're going to either respond aggressively or sometimes with anxiety. Now, you can push your own button too. There are times when you find yourself truly beating yourself up, stinking thinking, where you're feeling less than, where you're highly critical, self-critical, highly self-judgmental, not really kind to yourself. In those anxious moments, we need something to pull us out of those. So whether you're feeling being attacked by someone outside of you or whether you're self-attacking, this technique will help you flip the script and actually step into your best version instead of what would obviously unfold to not be your best version. It works like this. The moment someone pushes my button, I sort of feel it right here. It's like someone's lit a fuse. I feel a spark of heat, and it gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and rises up. Ultimately, if it passes my jaw line, which I could feel, but you can't see, I will scorch the village. Now, this is known as my emotional tell. It's a physical sensation that everyone on the planet has right before they express themselves as not their best version. So for me, it's here. I used to think it was a little bit higher, but I paid attention to it, and then I realized, no, it's about an inch or two later. We have about 4 to 5 seconds from the moment we feel that physical manifestation, that emotional tell, until we either express ourselves with a bark or by shutting down. That's right, 4 to 5 seconds. So if we can introduce a pattern interrupt into that space, then we will not react from a conditioned space. We'll react more mindfully, more thoughtfully, less conditioned. This is my emotional tell. Yours could be different. Here are a few examples. You could have your temples start to throb. You could clench your jaw. I feel a spark of heat here. You might feel a weight. Some people even feel and hear their heart beating. You could have a pain in your chest or a pain in your belly. Some people have their throat close up. Some people stop breathing. Remember, if someone else can see it, but you can feel it, that's not it. This is something that no one can see, but you can feel it. That's your emotional tell. That's your emotional tip-off. So the moment you feel that in your physiology, you've got 4 to 5 seconds between you act in a way that's either high vibration or not your best version. That's when I reach for soda. The moment I feel that spark, S, that stands for stop. I'll say out loud to myself, stop. And this is the beginning of my 4 to 5 second pattern interrupt. O, observe. In this moment, I actually rise up to the top of the room if I'm with somebody and keep rising up until we're just 2 children of God, 2 little specks. It's sort of like when you're flying in a plane and you look down and you see cars and they look like ants. That's how high I want to get. If I look down and it's me and the jerk, I have to keep going up until we're just 2 children of God. Obviously, if I'm on the phone with someone, I can just rise up to the top of the room. But sometimes, if I'm 3,000 miles away, I'll rise up to a place that's equidistant from the 2 of us and keep coming up until we're just 2 children of God. So stop. Observe. The D is detach. We want to put some physical distance between us and the irritant. So if I'm on the phone with someone, I'll do this. If I'm at my computer, at my desk, I'll rock back a little bit. If I'm at a table or a meeting, I'll also rock back. If I'm face-to-face with someone, just moving back an inch or 2, rocking back on your heel is a perfect distance. Now we want to put physical distance, but we also want to put energetic distance. So we breathe when we do that. And so what we can do is, if we're on the phone with someone, if we're at our computer, If we're at a table or if we're face to face with someone, it's a little uncomfortable, and that's where we would use another technique known as quiet continuous breathing. So instead of breathing deep as we would move back, we would just slowly and quietly and continuously breathe in and breathe out. No one would even know. Don't worry, no one's going to say, hey, are you using the D in the soda technique? So stop, observe, detach, and the A stands for awaken your best version. We've all heard the expression, what would Jesus do? What would the Buddha do? This is where you ask yourself, here I am in this sacred, precious, present moment. What would the best version of me do? And once you've gone through stop, observe, detach, awaken, on the other side of that, you're going to make a better choice. You won't have your knee-jerk response to someone pushing your button. You won't show up as you're not your best version. You won't bark, and you probably won't withdraw. You'll stay in there, you'll breathe, and you'll answer the question. Here you are in this sacred, precious, present moment. What would your best version do with it? And if we can consistently keep introducing stop, observe, detach, awaken into our awareness every time we feel poked or criticized or spanked or critiqued or just feeling less than through some rumination that we're telling ourselves, we will raise our vibration and take our life to the next level. This is a powerful technique. It requires some practice, but it only takes 4 to 5 seconds. And every time you get poked, say to yourself, I think I'll reach for soda right now. After you do it a couple of times, you'll see its value. And it will prevent you from barking when you mean to be a witness. It'll prevent you from shutting down when you need to stay in there and not run away. It'll help you emotionally find that space where you can be the silent witness and be more responsive instead of reactive. Be more reflective instead of reflexive. And be more purposeful with your words and actions as opposed to knee-jerk. So that was just a small nugget of what I'm teaching you in my all-new breakthrough course on meditation and pattern interrupts. This course is like no other you've taken and like no other that I've taught. Together, we'll break the rules of meditation so it's something you actually want to do, not feel as a chore, something you look forward to doing. Over 4 incredible lessons, I share easy and fun techniques that will help you develop a meditation practice you'll stick with. And I'll give you the tools that you need to free yourself from behaviors that are holding you back and constricting you. This truly changes everything. With me as your guide, you'll learn an easy way to meditate anytime and anywhere. You'll learn why meditation isn't quite what you think it is. Let me open that door to magnificent understanding for you. You'll learn how to make meditation almost effortless, so you actually want to do it. You wake up desiring to meditate. We'll explain what really happens during meditation, what's supposed to happen during meditation, easy techniques to break behavior patterns that are constricting you, and the one and only thing you need to know to successfully meditate, and so much more. Plus, once you sign up, you'll receive some incredible free bonuses, such as my 40 Days of Transformation. It's a powerful 40-day meditation program which includes 40 individual meditation downloads. You'll receive a beautifully designed meditation journal to help you on this process, my mantra cards, which will give you tools for every single day meditation, and much, much more. Not only that, but right here, right now, to celebrate the launch of this course, I'm excited to offer you a limited time savings. So I know what you're saying. Why in the world would I buy this? I've bought 12 courses already from every single place out there, and I've listened to all the people who supposedly taught meditation. None of those people have my background. I spent 18 years in the corporate world in New York City. I then blew up my life and began my journey of Eat, Pray, Love. I then spent the last 16 years as the Dean of Chopra Center University and as the COO of the Chopra Center, apprenticing under Deepak Chopra and learning from so many great masters and teaching every single day for a decade. Now, we all know that supposedly if you spend like 10,000 hours in something, you're an expert. So I have spent more than 10,000 hours in both worlds, in that corporate business world and in the spiritual meditation world. I have unlearned more techniques than most people have learned in their lives. I've practiced Vipassana, mindfulness, candle gazing. I've practiced Zen meditation, Samatha meditation, mantra, tantra, chocolate tasting meditation. I have tried and practiced so many meditations. I consider myself more of a translator than a teacher. I translate the timeless wisdom and convert it, transform it into practical application. So I know the nuances, the languaging, what really sticks and what doesn't. And I know how to keep you motivated and stay in the game. I didn't get into this world because I thought it would bring me riches. I really began a teacher of meditation and timeless wisdom because it's so important to me that I help you take your life to the next level. And so I'm committed to that. And if you're willing to join me, I'll help you. And together, we'll take both our lives to the next level. So this is not like any other course. This is not like any other audio program, and it's not like any other video program, and it's not like anything else you'll find on YouTube. The reality is I've laid out very, very carefully where are the pitfalls, where are the stumbling blocks, and we will turn those stumbling blocks into building blocks. And bean by bean, day by day, step by step, we'll truly create a very, very powerful practice that's the foundation for every single thing else in your life. You don't have to continue down the path where you feel stressed or overwhelmed. All your relationships can thrive, and you can be as successful and happy as you want. The secret rests inside. Let me help you unlock it. And all you need to say is yes. So what are you waiting for? You're worth it. You deserve calm, clarity, and happiness. You deserve to move from crisis meditator to rockstar meditator. You deserve to have all the tools to introduce pattern interrupts into your life so you can be the calm amidst the chaos, the stillness inside the storm, and truly make the most high vibrational conscious choices in your life. So join me right now for this truly transformational course.